In order to celebrate Nanashi Uchiha's Hikari Uchiha's debut in Naruto Storm Connections as a playable character, yesterday Bandai Namco Brazil and other channels uploaded a brand new trailer featuring Nanashi as well as the new free schedule updates for this game. So, before I start saying something, here's some context. Before American version and European version dropped the trailer, we only had a Brazilian version, and in the Brazilian version, obviously everything was in Portuguese Brazilian and we had to translate. And when we translated it, at the end it said multiple characters in plural, not in the singular. So we assumed that we'll get at least 2 more characters after the update. But after some time, the English version was also released. But only difference was between these 2 trailers. Instead of characters, it said character. So it made me confused. So I went to Twitter, X, and checked the official page of Naruto games, the English version and the Japanese version. And again, the same thing. In English version, they said character, but in Japanese version, characters if you translate. But the Japanese language is tricky depending on the context. It can mean 1 character or multiple characters. So I asked people who know Japanese to explain to me how, like, is it 1 or is it multiple characters? Because I was like, what the hell is going on here? So after some time, some people said again multiple and some people said singular. So I went to official Naruto website, the official one, and I checked and it said multiple characters. So I was happy. So I was like, okay, maybe they made some mistake. They actually mean multiple characters. That means 2 more characters at least we'll get for free. So I started to record my video, speculating about all this stuff, and obviously I didn't sleep very well. I only slept 2 hours. So the audio was finished, but I needed to do like editing other stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe I will do for tomorrow. And when I woke up, the first thing I did is to check if they have fixed this issue. And guess what? Instead of characters, it says character, which meant the English version of the tweet and the trailer was 100% correct. So probably when they also tried to translate all this stuff, they also made this mistake because of the exceptions in the different languages, and that's how we started to speculate all this stuff. Now it's official, we will only get 1 more character in spring. Okay, now let's talk about the free update schedule. Available now is Nanashi, obviously. If you own the game, just update it and she will be there as a playable character. The second one is additional online features and more this winter. Since the gap between Nanashi and this update is for at least 4 months, this update will be huge. Probably they're gonna fix a lot of issues that this game has, also like make the game more balanced, and maybe they will include a brand new mode for this game. The only information I was able to find on the official Bandai website is that additional online features are planned to release this winter. So the mode or something else will be an online feature, which is nice because that way people will jump and play the game. I kinda also wish that they made something for offline players, because not everyone enjoys playing online, and something for offline players will be also a nice addition. And maybe this time they gonna fix this atrocious English dub, but to be honest with you, I have low hopes. I think that's how this game will sound for English dub enjoyers. At the end, I will hope that this update will be the biggest one yet, because the gap between Nanashi and this update, the winter update, will be huge. I mean, not huger than 2 years, but you know what I mean. And lastly, the final free update, the most interesting one. If you wait, it transitions to the moon and it says additional playable character next spring. So basically 2027. You know what else in 2027? Naruto's and Boruto's anime anniversary. And Boruto's anime anniversary is on spring. So I'm guessing in order to celebrate this, they gonna include Toneri as a playable character. You probably wonder why Toneri. Well, Toneri was in Storm Connections and he guided Boruto through all this stuff that happened to Nanashi, Hikari, as well as Toneri is the only character who represents Moon in Naruto Boruto universe. Yeah, you will say, what about the Ten Tails or other stuff and Tsukuyumi? I mean, as a character, he's the only character who comes to my mind. The last Naruto movie was based on the moon. They fought in the moon. moon, like it's way too obvious to ignore this fact. Even on Japanese side, people were like spamming Toneri, it's Toneri. So I think it's obvious that they might teasing Toneri. But at the same time, maybe they are trying to trick us, and instead of Toneri, it will be Merce, who is also an original character from this game. Go figure it out. Like, it's kind of weird if they include Nanashi, but not Merce. But at the same time, Nanashi was beloved by everyone, meanwhile Merce was not. He was a bum villain, but we have to admit his Susanoo was really great looking. I think his Susanoo is the best looking Susanoo we have ever seen in Naruto franchise. Yeah, even the canon ones, in my opinion. So it's between these two characters. Toneri, which is most likely, also because I rewatched my video about Storm Connections original story mode, and when Boruto met Toneri, the character was introduced like this. One who is guarded by the moon, Toneri Otsutsuki, guarded by moon, and they showcasing the moon picture. I don't know like how obvious it can be. Or it's a Merce, which in context makes more sense, but at the same time he was never associated with the moon. Or maybe the moon picture is just to confuse us. That can also be true, like they can intentionally confuse us and they will drop Merce at the end. To be honest with you guys, one thing doesn't make any sense in terms of Bandai's decision, if that's true. Like, Bandai wants money. They are big corporation, businesses, and they want to make more money out of us. So, if they're gonna give Toneri as a free DLC character in the future, it's a bad business decision because they won't make any money out of us because he's very demanded character and we asked for him for the longest time. He, Anko, Shizune, and even adult Konohamaru are very demanded characters in Storm games in general. We want to see them, but if they decided to include actually Toneri, they will lose money. I mean, it's good for us, but bad for them. To be honest, I don't mind paying for Toneri because, I mean, why not? I will support CC2 and support this game as much as I can, and if they gonna add Merce at the end of this free update, I won't be upset. But I need to be sure that at the end we will get a season pass and they will include other characters as well. That's all I want from them. Maybe they're trying something like test to see how many people will return to this game after all this stuff, and they will decide later on. Who knows? But I hope this free update is not the last thing that we'll get for Storm Connections, because this game deserves a little bit more. I would love to receive the same treatment as Sparking Zero Neo did DLC. A bunch of new characters, new special mode, costumes, new team ultimates, new skills, etc. If they gonna do the same thing for Storm Connections, I'll be happy. I don't mind if they gonna do something similar to Road to Boruto pack, like extension of story mode or the last movie or any other movie. That will be really great. But will they? We don't know. They might not. And that's basically it for the video. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's Merce or it's Toneri Otsutsuki? Let me know in the comment section below. And like always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.